Cruikshank, especially on special teams. Offensively, there's obviously a lot of other receivers in front of him, but is it challenging to try and figure out ways to get him touches potentially?
Yeah, there is. He's a dynamic player, and yeah, those are fun things to kind of keep experimenting with and keep going with. But there's no question we talk about it each week, and he's pretty special with the ball in his hands.
What do you think he could provide down the road at wide receiver? He's still got a couple of years left here.
Yeah, a ton. I think I think the only thing that he's fighting right now is just the depth right there, which I think he's got an incredible future ahead of him.
When it comes to Nakia, he mentioned, I think, during the Michigan State game where things really started to kind of slow down for him. Where have you seen that, where he's maybe started to slow things down, where the game's become slower to him? And how have you seen him progress since the South Florida game?
Well, one, I'm really excited about his progress as a young player. What he's been able to do this year has been huge, and I think that's a battle with all young players, even from game to game, is keeping that mindset to take a breath and settle it down and trust what you see. And so that's something that, you talk about guys in their third and fourth year, fifth year, still doing that. So that's something I want him to continue to do, because you could see when he's doing it and when he needs to get right back to it. But couldn't be more excited about his progress.
Things have always kind of worked out, with running back recruiting, even, when it can take longer than expected to get a guy in here. But, given the tradition and the production you've had at that position historically, does it ever surprise you, kind of the length that it can take to get the right guy in here?
Sometimes. I always thought, Wisconsin's, I think the right guys, you're not just looking for a good running back. You know what I mean? You're looking for, you're trying to find someone that fits personality-wise, what they got to learn within the offense, someone that can pick up protections, wants to learn it, as well as can be explosive and finish. And so it's not as easy as just saying, boy, there's someone good, let's go grab them. So sometimes it does, but there are guys that really want to develop that way, and there are guys that really want to learn the whole game. And so sometimes time isn't always the worst thing, and that kind of, in JT's recruitment, boy, it became evident that's something that he really wanted. He valued that in being able to learn and develop in all areas, as he continues to do so in this year. So yeah, I mean, you wish it was simple, and man, you've worked it out. But sometimes time gives you a time to figure it out too, which isn't all bad.
You get a copy of that picture you guys took with the lineman and you and JT? Will you get a copy of that you took after?
Oh yeah. We were looking. Seth was in the shower. we were going to drag him out, but he said Karen wouldn't like that.
Yeah, he said that he was there in spirit.
That's right. But JT was excited, and he wanted to get a picture, and tell you what, man, for a young man to be the person he is, and then be the player that he is, that's what college football is all about.
You mentioned tailbacks. Davis from Menominee Falls. I know he came in banged up. Is he able to do anything at this time of year still, or is he physically?
No, I think the guys that you would kind of get going at this point right now.
I just meant even in practice.
Yeah, he has. He's flashed in practice. They said he had his best week of practice last week, so that excites you. Yeah, it said he's really done some good things these past few weeks in practice. So yeah, he's back to rolling.
You've got the early signing period coming up, and Saeed's been in charge of that area for the last few years. What has he meant to the program, the things that he's able to provide to help recruits?
I think he's just done a great job of communicating the message. I think he's done a great job of directing the message. There's a lot of areas that you want to highlight at the university, from education to winning tradition to the type of character within the program to guys being able to develop and go on and play. And he's done a really good job of kind of saying, okay, let's put the focus here. Now let's put it here, and kind of bringing to light everything this program is. And then when we get guys on campus, he again takes it another step and puts the family atmosphere behind that, and is able to show them piece by piece kind of what this place is. And so yeah, he does a great job with it.
When the signing period gets here, it's sort of a culmination of years of work. Is it sometimes hard to quantify just how much work goes on behind the scenes to put this thing together?
It is, and you say years of work because that's it now. I mean, you're not recruiting one class, and as important as one class is, you have to be ahead in multiple classes. And so, yeah, there's layers to it. There's layers to it, and it's a ton of work.
As you break down your film, what do you think is making you guys so effective on the jet sweeps lately? Is it something in execution you feel like you guys are doing better?
I don't know. Like you can do a pretty good job of seeing when you got it and when you don't, and it's probably that more than not. Like there's nothing that looks worse than running one and it goes like for like -10, and you're like, what the heck were you doing? It looks. But I think as the game flows, you get an idea. Do you have it? Do you not have it? And the guys are good blocking it. Like they make things go because they get it and they understand it. And the tight ends are doing a great job on the edges. The tackles are adding into it, and so there's a flow to the whole thing. So and the run's been good off of it. And I think that's the reason why it's worked the best is the whole package together.
Is there a lot of teaching you have to do with wide receivers when they come in? Maybe they haven't taken a handoff before or things like that?
Yeah, you do. The timing's big. I think what the quarterback does gets underestimated because really there's a lot of timing right there, whether we're underneath, whether we're in the gun, timing it up with that receiver, and there's different receivers doing it, so that's a big component. And then I think just really trusting it. The one thing we used to do is you'd get into it and you'd see it look good, look good, look good. You get to a game and it'd be like, oh, everything got faster or, just wasn't there. And so I think Ted's done a great job in helping those guys to trust it, and we've probably repped it enough to help them as well.
You can't comment specifically on any recruits until December, but just in general, have you liked what you've been able to do on the recruiting trail in terms of the offensive line? Did you feel like that was a pretty important need coming up, given who you potentially could lose?
Yeah, I feel really strong when, as I think we've added some great pieces, from outside the state in previous years, and it was great. There was good talent within the state this year, and I just think it's when you find guys that match personality-wise and work ethic-wise and background matches, and then you got guys that have the attributes to be really special, man, it makes you excited. So anytime we're able to put those pieces together, it's huge. So we keep trying to do it. Keep trying to do it.
I don't know if impress is the right word, but when you look at all the injuries that Purdue has dealt with this year, just what do you think the job that Jeff Brom and his staff have done over there?
Oh, man, and I can't say that you follow every detail through the whole season, but I got a lot of respect for Brom. I played with him in San Francisco, and tough as nails guy, and you could see that that's getting across to his players, and they're fighting through things, and they're coming over things, and talk about November ball, and they're 2-0 in November, so he's done a good job.